Well, good morning and welcome to XFDA Podcast number 13. I'm Jesse James bringing this out today. I got Miss Sassy with me here, and we're talking about a few things that we want to talk about in the podcast here. We've got two of our guests here. We're going to introduce them to you, and we're going to talk to them and ask them some questions of what they like about XFDA and like being on the podcast. So, Miss Sassy.
Good morning, everyone. We are here in Amarillo, Texas for the 66 Championship XFDA. We've got Kid Curry and Wynonna Earp with us this morning.
Good morning, y'all.
And so tell us about this event.
Well, this is an annual event they just started this year. We always have the Coors Ranch Rodeo that goes on during this time, and they've incorporated it with a week-long or 10-day event. It's called the Route 66 Festival. And so we had the cattle drive, and so they wanted us to produce a championship sport for them to do annually. So that's what we're here doing today.
I understand that yesterday we went downtown to the parade down there and did some shootouts that the city wanted us to do, and we did 4 of them. Killed some bad guys, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We had a lot of fun down there. And we had about 4, 5, 6 bad guys show up at different spots in the parade, and Jerome and I got out there and we shot every one of them, and the good guys won again. Well, so, Jerome, I want to ask you, his cowboy name is Kid Curry. I'd like to know how you got that.
Well, as a kid watching my favorite Western show, it was Alias Smith and Jones, and it was about 2 men, Hannibal Hayes and Kid Curry, kind of made off the old Butch and Sundance idea, and they were told that if they could stay out of trouble for a year, they'd be given amnesty. Well, Kid Curry was so fast that he would draw his pistol against a guy before he even cleared leather. And so I just thought that was the greatest thing. And so every time the show would come on, I'd strap on my cap gun, I'd stand up there, and when Kid Curry would draw, I'd try to beat him.
With him.
And that's just where it started.
And that's how you got into fast draw now.
That's it. Yep.
And if you'll notice, he's got the hat, and he's got the hat band and stuff to match it with. So that's pretty cool. Sassy.
Well, Wynonna, how did you pick your alias?
The TV show, Wynonna Earp. I thought she was cool, so I had to change my alias. I used to be Twirling Terror, and I was like, nah, that's cooler, so I had to change it.
I don't know. I like them both, but I do like Wynonna Earp. I do like that.
Yeah, I like that too. And Miss Sassy and I, we travel all over the United States doing XFDA, and we've got teams all over. So we're all having a blast, aren't we?
We are.
Y'all travel around with us. You go to Mississippi. We started a club in Mississippi trying to get it rocking and rolling. We had an event there. So how long you been in fast draw, Kid Curry?
34 years.
34 years. Where did you start at?
I started out, when I first got started, there was nothing close to me. The closest thing was an 8-hour drive to Tennessee. And so I travel there monthly to go shoot with those guys. And then about after 6 months, we started our local club in Mississippi.
That's amazing.
That's dedication to the sport.
Yeah, 8 hours driving just to have a practice day and stuff.
Just to
and do
practice.
that. See, folks, that's what we do, you know. And we have a lot of people saying, y'all traveled that far just to do a practice? Yes, we did, because we love the sport, and we've built the sport up. There's probably over about 5,000-6,000 shooters today in the United States that shoot different organizations, and we have about 4 or 5 different organizations and stuff. We just like to shoot XFDA because to us it's the closest to the fast draw that we like to shoot, and we do that.
How did you decide, or how did you come up with XFDA?
Well, you know, I've shot over 7 organizations in my lifetime of shooting, and I just wanted to have a sport where you couldn't just slow down. You had to give it your best every time.
Right.
And so not only you have to beat your opponent, first you had to beat yourself. And that's what I wanted. So it's all out, all you can do, which is the term fast draw.
Right.
And so I wanted everybody to go their absolute fastest every shot.
I agree, and I think everybody loves XFDA, and the fact that you hear over and over again, I can't believe I shot that fast, and oh my goodness, I'm shooting all weekend. So along that lines, most of you know that Jerome started XFDA with a couple of their founders, but Jerome is the original founder of XFDA, and recently you did sell the XFDA to take a little bit of time to yourself and your family. Tell us about that. What made you decide to do that?
Well, you know, we had some major health issues in our family, and so I was dealing with that. I have 2 businesses other than XFDA. I had 2, and then we purchased land, building a house and a farm, and so it's just I wanted the XFDA to grow to the professional organization I wanted it to become, and I felt that Gunbelt could take the reins and continue what I started, and because I just didn't have the time to develop what I wanted to become.
But you're by no means stepping away at all. You are still a major part of XFDA.
Yeah, I'm still the chairman as of now, and so we're just, we're still going strong. I've just got help to do it.
Right.
Right, that's
great.
what we needed. As the organization grows, we have to have plenty of help. So we have a board and everything. Well, no, I want to ask you a question. What is your KPI?
My KPI is a 385.
And do you think you'll break the world record again?
I'm sure gonna try.
She set the world record, a few months ago with XFDA, and of course, as we go along, on the women's side, they keep breaking it, and it gets faster and faster and faster, is what it does, and same way on the men's side, it gets faster and faster. What's your KPI?
395.
395. You think you'll get faster?
Oh yeah, well, over a couple of years ago, I had major weight loss.
Yeah.
And all of my buddies in Fast Draw told me I'm going to be screaming faster. Well, I slowed considerably way down.
Well, would that be because of age too?
No, I don't think it's age. The reaction's
Okay.
still there. I just got to redevelop my draw, and
Yeah.
I just got to get the time to be able to settle down and redevelop a draw. I'm still using the same draw, but losing that much weight, everything's moved, everything's
yeah.
changed.
Yeah,
And so I've just got to redevelop a draw. And that's the thing in our sport. To get faster, you've got to work at it.
Yes.
You can't just stay mundane. You've got to work and make yourself better, and it takes time.
Practice, practice, practice.
Absolutely.
That's what we talk about. It's in any sport you do, I don't care what it is, you have to practice, practice, practice
Yes.
to get better at what you do. So we appreciate y'all, and we appreciate what kind of holster do you use?
I use a Mernicle. I've been shooting his holsters ever since I started. I stopped at one time and tried something else, just a new fad. It just didn't work for me, and I went back to Mernicle, and working with him, I developed a little newer holster I'm using now, and I love their product.
What holster do you use?
I use the Mernicle,
You
and
use
I
one
did
too?
the same thing. I went to something else. He's the one. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna use this now." So I used it. I thought it was great. Thought I was doing good, and then I blew out my holster, so I had to go back to my Mernicle, and I ended up popping faster times than I was with the other one. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm going back to Mernicle."
And that's the thing. We do blow our holsters out because we get fast, and you blow the tops of them out when you're pulling on that gun and stuff, and that happens in everything. So you will change holsters in a lifetime several times,
Yep.
and belts. And what holster do you use, Miss Sassy?
Well, first I want to say that Mernicle is one of our sponsors,
Yes,
and they
they are.
sponsored the Route 66 event here. And Cliff, the owner of Mernicle, actually came and shot in the VIP shoot on
Yes, he
Friday,
did.
and that was
Yes.
fun to watch. And I think they started a club in Pampa.
Yeah, we're starting one there.
And
There's
I think
three
he's getting
in this
excited about it
area.
because he shot other organizations, but not in fast draw.
Not fast draw,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he shot in our VIP, and you could just see the smile on his face.
He
He
did
was
well.
having fun. He's
Yes.
a good guy, he bought that from his dad, didn't he?
No, from Bob Mernicle.
Or Bob,
from
that's
Bob.
right. Okay, he's okay. And another fine fellow,
Yes. Been in fast draw a long time.
So Sassy and I, we use one from Tin Can Jack that we use. It's a little different style of a holster, and we have several different holster makers in the United States. And some of our shooters, like Johnny Law, makes holsters too, and he's just starting. He's making a good holster. So that was one of the good things that we like. Whatever it fits you and you feel comfortable with, that's what we want to do. Now we have primer makers that we get our primers from, and it works out good because we shoot a 45 shell that's drilled out to a shotgun primer, and we put a wax bullet on the inside of it that shoots at about 750 feet per second. It's pretty fast. I'd say it's about half the speed of a real bullet, right? Okay, so we do good. We've got a lot of shooters that shoot 300 thousandths of a second, anywhere from 800 thousandths of a second, all the way down to, we had a shooter that shot a 256 yesterday. Speedy
Yep.
James, he's getting fast.
He is. He
14 years old.
Would have broke the world record, but he just couldn't back it up.
If he could have you have to back it up.
Got
That's
close
the
to
other
backing
thing.
it up too.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. And he almost he could. I mean,
Yeah.
because he could shoot 280s and stuff. He
Yeah.
just didn't have it in him. He just shot everything he could, and it just Oh man, that's just, we get tired, don't we? We get up early, we come to do this, we go home late, and that's all we talk about is fast draw. It's no matter where you're at and what you're doing. Everybody you see, we talk about doing XFDA with everybody. We have competitions and parades and stuff like that we bring people in. So go ahead, Miss Sassy.
I want to get a little bit personal and talk about your work histories. Jerome is a retired police officer, and Wynonna is, I should say Kid Curry, my apologies, Kid Curry. We use aliases with our fast draw sports, and we have our real names, but we usually know each other by our aliases. So we've got Kid Curry and Wynonna. Kid Curry is a retired police officer, and Wynonna is a current police officer here in Amarillo, Texas. Tell us a little bit about that. What made you decide to do that in your past?
Well, I just wanted to be able to help people and just serve in the community. And I really enjoyed the career there. I guess the helping people was really good, but you dealt with a lot of bad people as well.
Right.
But I enjoyed the fact of helping people and the training. When we did the SWAT training, I really enjoyed that. We had, training's good, and I still do that to this day. Good. I still go to a lot of the trainings.
Very good.
Is that hard training?
Yes.
Is that doing SWAT's got to be pretty hard? And you got
Pretty
into
intense.
that too, didn't you, Wynonna? Or getting into it?
No, I'm interested in it. Yes.
Yeah. That's how do you like being a police officer?
I love it.
It's a hard job, I know. What does your mother think about you going out every day? I mean, she's got to think. She is the woman of these two people right here, and it's on her mind all the time. Being a police officer is hard. It's a lot of people think it's an easy life. It's not an easy life.
Yeah, when I first got started, she made me buy a scanner so she could listen to everything going on while I was on duty, whenever I was out.
Y'all still got that scanner?
No.
Oh, she don't listen to you when you're out?
No, she doesn't.
She's done with it now. She's listened enough.
But I think she's okay with it because there were several things that she vetoed, and I didn't do any of them. So I think she's okay with it.
That's very good.
Well,
That's great
Mama's
to
a
hear.
big part in this organization. We love our parents and
Yes.
stuff that are in it. Watch after everybody, and we have a lot of wives that don't shoot. We have a lot of wives that do shoot, but we have a lot of wives that don't shoot, and we like to welcome them just as much as we do everybody else in the organization. That's why we like this organization. Would you rather shoot with men or women? Or does it
Men.
matter? Men? You like
Definitely
shooting
men.
with the men?
The women hit too much.
That's a valid
She said
point.
we missed you much.
I guess so. Although I didn't miss much yesterday. I had a good day.
Yeah. Well, how did you fare yesterday? Where you at?
I'm still clean.
He is
You're
clean.
still clean.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to give
I
him
got
an
shot.
X, folks.
18 rounds all day.
Yeah.
good.
18 shots. So
Yeah.
I
18
wasn't
shots out of all
missing
day.
much.
We shot 7 rounds yesterday. After we got through with the parade, we didn't even get started till around 2 o'clock. But we finished up about 9:30.
Yeah.
So shot 7 rounds. So it went pretty good, pretty fast. So
Did.
where did you end up, Wynonna?
I don't know where I'm sitting, but it's probably not too good. I was struggling yesterday.
Yeah, we're not
Miss
going to
Sassy.
talk about us. We're here for a good time. So, can we talk about the Worlds that's coming up at this
Yeah.
location in August?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have the World Finals. Will be right here in August, and it's going to be the best of the best will be here. We'll have an invitational. People that have enough points can come to Amarillo and give it a try and see how they fare in the invitational. And then we'll take the top 15 points earners for the whole year, and they'll show up here, and we'll see who of those top 15s is the best.
That's right.
That's right.
And
I
this
shot in
year-
it
And the
last year in
ladies
the
in
top
top 7.
15,
Yes.
and I think I finished in 13th place.
Yeah.
So I got a belt buckle for 13th place of the Worlds, and that's amazing. I don't care if you get the 15th place buckle. That is amazing right
amazing
there because you
accomplishment.
shot all year long against all the shooters to have that top 15 to have the shoot off
Yes.
for the Worlds, and that's pretty amazing. Somebody said, "Well, I want the first place buckle." Well, do more practice. Get faster
It's
and
possible.
stuff so that you can. Anybody can do it. That's not a problem. Now we set this year. XFDA set the world record in the world of the fastest draw ever, and that was a 260. And that came from one of our competitors called Jackass Giles, lives in Arkansas, and he's got the world record. He almost lost it yesterday. He come real close to Speedy and getting it, and Speedy wants it so bad he dreams about it. And that's what you got to do. If you want it, you really got to push yourself to get to there. And so he's got some competition coming up, and we got a lot of kids in our organization that are coming in.
That's
and
where
had
it's at.
some
We got to
yesterday.
have the kids.
The youngest one we had shooting yesterday was 8 years old. Yeah, and he did good. So,
Yes, he did.
So we loved that. So, you got
What,
anything?
what do you see, Kid, as the future? Where do you hope XFDA goes? What do you see us doing in 2 to 3 years?
Well, my goal has always been when I started XFDA is to become professional. I want to see us on TV, a regular professional sport that's televised, and I think we can get there. There's good interest in it.
Yes.
We just got to put things in place to make that happen. But
Yes.
I believe it's achievable.
Yes. And on that note, if you're watching, go to xfdapro.com. You can find out anything you need to know about XFDA. If you want to look for a club in your area, it's listed under clubs. It's $35 a year for a membership to shoot with us. Find a club close to you or go online and chat, and we'll hook you up with somebody to talk to. And find a club, learn to shoot. Everybody's willing to help you out, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and $35 a year, that's pretty cheap. I'll tell you, you can't go anywhere and join any organization and have as much fun as we do and get to
No,
shoot
that's
guns
right.
and
Yep.
play with our Second Amendment. I thank our veterans, for all the wars and stuff that we've had to keep our country free so we could have a Second Amendment and do what we wanted to do. And so I want to thank them for that too. But
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun.
Yes, we
and
do.
that's where you want the organization to go to, and everybody else does too. And I think we'll achieve that goal. We're working on that right now. We're getting better and better. We're getting more sponsors as we go along. So we love it, and we know y'all love it, and everybody else does. Just look and see how many people are start coming. Wynonna, you got anything you want to finish with?
No?
No? You got everything you ready to go and start shooting?
Yeah, we're ready
I'm
for the
ready
day.
to go. Hopefully I do better than I did
We're
yesterday.
doing the last 3 rounds is today, and then we go into our finals of our top 10 men and our top 5 women. So are you in the top 5 women?
Oh, no way.
You don't know.
But there's still 3
No
rounds
way.
today. There's hope.
You got 3 rounds today. You can still make it. That's always a chance. You know you got to win. So, Miss Sassy, got anything you want
Well,
to say?
you know, Jesse, I have to apologize. I meant to bring some swag from our mercantile on our website at xfdapro.com. You can go to the mercantile and you can order some T-shirts and mugs. Anything you need is on the mercantile at xfdapro.com. Anything about XFDA, right?
Right.
So again, xfdapro.com, and follow us. Ask questions. We're here to help and get you shooting with us.
Yes, and like he said, we got a new club starting up in Pampa, Texas. So once we get them rocking and rolling, we'll come up and practice with them. Our next shoot, I think, is going to be in Arkansas. It's going to be the Moonshiners Club
Yep.
Yes.
in Arkansas, up around Mountain Home, I do believe, somewhere in that area.
Mountain View.
Yeah, somewhere in that area. So look on XFD America and XFDPro.com, and you can find out where it's at. And if you live around that area, hey, come see us. It's free. And you may even want to try it out. That's how we get our people. So before we close, I want to talk about our sponsors a little bit, because we got Rock On Framing that has jumped in here and helped us out. Great sponsor, just about gotten everything we need to get this thing started. We got Spitfire wax. We've got Huckleberry Purple wax that help us out. D-Wipes. D-Wipes is a big company that want to sponsor us because of what we call the lead poisoning. You have to use it to wipe your hands and stuff like that off. We got Monocle Holsters. We got Tin Can Jack. We've got Quick Wax, Royal Wax. A lot of sponsors coming on, and
Yes.
we're loving it. We're looking now for a couple of gun sponsors to help us out, because we have to have the single action guns to shoot with. So with that said, unless y'all got anything else y'all'd like to say, we'll get ready to close
Nope.
this thing out and go get our guns on and go start shooting.
Let's
So
go get the
thank you
competition
for-
started.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, and look for the next one, number 14 coming up, and let's see how we start out. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you.